I'm going to tell you why I'm responsible for the Oklahoma Sooners losing the 2008 BCS championship game. This story started out in Denver, oddly enough, at Campus Speak. And you're like, what's Campus Speak? That was a college speakers agency. It's still a college speakers agency, but I don't work there anymore. But I was, after I finished school, I was like, what am I going to do with myself? And I thought about going to Australia and going and working on a resort island or something like that. But it turned out I couldn't get a work visa without a job, couldn't get a job without a work visa. So I said, I'll move to Colorado and do this. So I did that, and the plan was always to go back to school, but there were 4 of us interns. There was Jen, who was from North Carolina or New Jersey, however you want to look at it. There was Leanne, who was from California, and I'm not a big fan of people from California, and she fit all of the California stereotypes, all of them. And then there was Thorne. Now his actual name was Anthony, but he liked to say his stripper name was Thorne Daddy. And you can imagine this group did not get along very well. But I became friends with Jen mostly because she and I were both planning to go to graduate school. So when we finished out at Campus Speak in Denver, she went off to Cincinnati, which I don't remember to spell, that's okay. And I went to Mo State. And then when we finished off at Cincinnati and Mo State, she went to Florida, and I went to Oklahoma. And I was like, hey, it looked like in our first year there, Oklahoma and Florida were going to play against each other. So as we got closer to the national, it was like in November, but as we got close to the national championship, it turned out they were going to play. So I said, hey, we should go to the game. And so we did. And then I said, hey, I'm coming. The game was in Miami. She lived in Gainesville. I should come down and we should hang out for New Year's Eve. So I went down for New Year's Eve. And keeping in mind that we're in Gainesville, Florida in 2008, and we're talking about football, any guesses on who came? We were at this place. Any guesses on who came in to this place on New Year's Eve in 2008 from Florida? In Florida, he's still kind of a big name. Was on TV. Won the Heisman. Anybody? I know 2008 was a long time ago. St. Tebow. Tim Tebow, anybody? Yeah, okay, he's a little ass. Anyway, St. Tebow shows up, and I'm like, hey, I'm messaging all my Oklahoma people, hey, I'm like 6 feet from Tim Tebow, and they say, hey, you should break his leg. But he was flanked by a bunch of offensive linemen, and remember, I don't like to go to jail, so I said, I'm not going to break his leg, because I would probably still be in Gainesville jail if I did. But this is Jen with Tim Tebow on New Year's Eve. And you can see her hat. She's got the New Year's Eve hat on there. Turns out I said, so I didn't do that. But then we went to the game next week, and Oklahoma and Florida, I think Oklahoma was ahead at the half, but in the second half, Tim Tebow, probably one of the greatest college players, football players of all time, took over the game, and Florida won, and so that's why I didn't break his leg on New Year's Eve, and I'm responsible for the Sooners losing the 2008 BCS game. So there you go. You can pause it. You can turn it off.